Do you know the levels of financial independence? And do you have the plan following them along? Knowing the steps of economic wealth is a good preparation if you plan on making your own fortune in the future. At least you know what you're aiming at. But don't be unrealistic. These steps take time and need patience. So stay motivated and hustle. Let's start. Level 1. Not living paycheck to paycheck. The first level of financial independence is building up a fund for any emergencies that could occur. Ideally, this will include paying off any credit card debt and other liabilities. Unfortunately, living paycheck to paycheck is the reality of millions of Americans. According to the Federal Reserve's report on the economic well-being of U.S. households in 2020, some 30% of households could not cover a $400 unexpected expense. Most of us will have some unexpected bills pop up throughout the year, such as medical bills, car repairs, and nights out drinking with friends. Having an emergency fund will come in handy during those types of situations, even more now during the pandemic. Level 2. Enough money to quit your job, for a bit. Having enough money or more is all about making work an option. Saving enough money to quit your job forever is a huge undertaking. Accumulating enough money to be able to take some time away from working is a big jump in that direction. This does not necessarily mean you have to quit your job, but it sure is a good feeling to know you can. Or you may want to save up for a sabbatical or extended vacation. The dream of spending a month, or two, in a foreign country each year could be real soon. You may not even want to quit your job, but it would be a relief that you somehow could if you really wanted. In the shorter term, that extra money could also serve as your emergency fund, just in case some of you wanted some extra motivation to get to this level. Level 3. Enough to be financially happy and still save. This is a bit more about enjoying your life and having the money to do it. There is an immense sense of relief when you are earning enough to save, doing the things you enjoy and still having extra at the end of the month. That extra cushion can be used to speed up your financial freedom date. That of course assumes you avoid increasing your lifestyle and spending it. Level 4. Freedom of time. What many people desire is more flexibility with their schedules and duties. Freedom of time and financial independence go hand in hand. Together, they are about leaving the rat race to follow your passion, or spend more time with family and friends, and not going completely broke doing it. It could come in the form of more paid time off, flex time, or perhaps working remotely on occasion. Not having to take a day off from work just so you can visit the hairdresser or take your kid to the dentist could be a huge benefit for some. Level 5. Enough for a basic retirement. For those of you looking to retire early with financial freedom, think about what your bare minimum retirement would look like. Could you move to a place with a lower cost of living? Would you give up going out to dinner? Work towards a nest egg that will support this bare bones lifestyle. You probably will decide against moving to that cabin in the woods without running water, but it might be nice to know you could. Considering your bare minimum retirement, and knowing you have enough money saved to at least cover some standard of living in your early retirement, will also influence other life choices you may make along the way. Level 6. Enough to actually retire well. Assuming you are doing pretty well and are happy with your current standard of living, what would you need to maintain your standard of living in retirement? How much money do you really need? Knowing you are on track to accumulate a nest egg to support that lifestyle is a big win. Gold medals go to those who have accumulated enough assets, or passive income streams, to be in a position to retire well. Level 7. Enough for dream retirement. If you did not spend 40, 60 or more hours per week at work, what would your dream life look like? Would it include things like traveling more and spending more time with friends and family? Traveling the world, flying first class, and staying in nice hotels does not come cheap. Think big here. What would really bring joy into your life? How great would it feel knowing you are on track to have enough money to retire and be able to live your dream life? What is stopping you from getting there before you are 70 years old? Level 8. More money than you could ever spend. This is probably the most exclusive level of financial freedom. Hopefully, your financial freedom plan will allow you to outlive your money. Having more money than you expected to spend is great. Building enough wealth so that you could not possibly spend all of it is another. This group will likely be filled with people who either won the lottery, inherited a fortune, or are founders of companies. But making the money yourself is not impossible. Think Oprah Winfrey, Ellen DeGeneres, or Kim Kardashian. Even if they went on a spending spree buying planes, yachts and automobiles, they would still have a hard time spending all of it. Take a look at where you think you fall on the aforementioned levels of financial freedom. Use it as motivation to keep moving towards your most important financial goals. So, who knows what the future holds and how far up the chain of financial freedom you will climb? Where are you at now, and where do you want to be in 5, 10 or 15 years?